Welcome back to This is VANCOLOUR. After his revelatory TikTok video went viral, amassing over 1 million views across social media, our featured guest tonight shook up the entire province and prompted the BC government to order the Auditor General to investigate the administration of a clean tech government grant program. But lost in all of this is the amazing work that he and his company are doing, attracting the attention of American state governments that want to move his operations across the border. He's beaming in tonight, the co-founder and CEO of Edison Motors out of Merritt, BC. He is Chace Barber. Chace, hello.
Hey, how's it going?
It's going good, man, but I want to talk about your company. In 2016, you started a trucking company hauling logs, mining equipment, and drilling rigs. 5 years later, you launch Edison Motors, and 7 months after that, you built North America's first electric logging truck. How many government grants did you receive to accomplish that?
Absolutely zero. No government grants whatsoever. We just did it all on our own.
Now, what exactly are you and Edison Motors manufacturing and selling to your customers? Because from my understanding, you're retrofitting and remanufacturing and rebuilding trucks, right? You're not building them from scratch.
Yeah, we did end up building a few trucks from scratch, or one truck right from scratch, because we realized that it's actually cheaper to build a truck from scratch than it is to do the rebuilds. But that's because you can get government rebates on a brand new truck, but you can't get government rebates on a retrofit. So we started off doing retrofits, and then we realized that, well, that's actually more expensive than if we just built a new one and then they got the rebates. But we can still do retrofits, and I believe that retrofits make more sense because if you've got a truck that's got good bones, good frame rail, maybe the motor's just a little worn, well, put it in a generator, drop the back axles, put in electric axles, drop the transmission, put in your batteries, and it's relatively easy to retrofit it. So why build new when you can just replace what you got and make it a little bit newer?
Now, these retrofits, are they hybrid or are they fully electric semi-trucks?
Yes, so they are plug-in hybrids. So we built the world's first fully plug-in hybrid electric logging truck. And I mean, the way I like to explain it is that it is a fully electric truck. Everything on the truck is fully electric, but it has a generator that serves as its own onboard level 3 fast charger that it packs around. So it recharges the batteries as it's going. It works on a very similar concept like how a freight train, diesel generator, electric drive motors. This way you can take advantage of a lot of really cool things. So one of the advantages of electric is the peak power. They're incredibly torquey, incredibly powerful. They can deliver a lot of power in a very quick time, which is amazing for a semi-truck. One of the other benefits too is the regenerative braking. And in BC, for logging trucks especially, you're going uphill empty and then you're coming downhill loaded. So you can recover that energy coming down with the logs, recharge your battery and go to the mill. And then the generator just exists as a range extender in case you need to go a little bit farther. So you get, by going hybrid, you get all the advantages of the efficiency of the electric drive, but you also get the advantages of the range of the diesel. So it's kind of the best of both worlds.
Now, is it just the logging industry that you're catering to, or are there other industries as well?
Well, we started out, we thought it was going to be the logging industry because, I mean, yeah, about almost 15 years driving logging truck, that's what I knew, and it made the most sense. And then we built a couple of trucks. After the second truck, we displayed it at a big show, and then other industries started reaching out, and they are like, hey, this is what we're asking for. Say, for example, like a city work truck. They can definitely take advantage of the regen, the stop and go, but more importantly to them, they want to be able to work on quietly while on site. They do a lot of work. One customer of ours does a lot of work in residential areas. So they can go into the residential area on full electric with the generator shut off. They can do their work on electric quietly without disturbing the neighborhood, and then they can leave on electric. Or say on a concrete mixer, they want to run their concrete plant 24/7. They don't want to stop mid-pour, but a lot of cities have noise bylaws that say, hey, you can't run a diesel engine in these areas between, I don't know, 9 o'clock at night and 7 o'clock in the morning. So they have to shut down. But if they can run on electric, they can drive in on electric, unload on electric, and then fire the generator up to recharge as they're on their way back to the batching plant. So eventually other customers just started reaching out and saying, hey, this makes a lot of sense. We like electric. We really want to go electric. We want to lower our emissions. We like all of the external benefits, the quiet work site, but fully electric just doesn't have the batteries don't have the range. Can we start going hybrid with your solution? So while we started off with Logan, pretty well all of the trucks we've sold now, none of them are Logan trucks. It was cool. We didn't expect it.
Now, there are U.S. state governors that are courting you to move their operations to their state, right? Who is asking you to move to the U.S.?
Yeah, the governor of Arizona herself sent me a signed letter in the mail saying, hey, would you like to come down here, talk with us? They wrote out all the benefits of Arizona. Here's why we think Arizona would be amazing. We really want to be a clean tech manufacturing hub. We want this technology. We want the jobs. What can we do to bring you into the state? Come down here, come talk with us. So that was really cool. Other states have been reaching out, offering us great incentives. Like some of the areas will basically give you free land, not free, but they have great incentive programs to attract the jobs.
How do you feel given the hoops you've had to jump through in BC with this whole grant administrators and grant writers thing, while American states are aggressively trying to court your business to move your operations down south?
It feels like a kick in the nuts, for being totally honest. I grew up in BC. I spent my entire life in BC. All the people that helped build this company with me, our employees, our staff, business partners, all live in BC. The idea that I would have to lay off my staff, fire them, or have them relocate away from their families, and I'll have to leave my families and friends to go to the States is absolutely disgusting. And it's gross to me that this is what we're trying to make businesses do, is like we're not being competitive in the global market, especially like with the insane prices, insane cost of living, insane tax rates that keep going up. It's gross. It really, really is. Like I can look at, even if it didn't go through a government program, I could buy an acre of land for about $10,000, $20,000 for industrial acreage in the States. In BC, in my small town of Merritt, the land was about $700,000 to about $1 million an acre for bare land. Like nobody can afford that. As a startup, we can't afford that. And it's not even just Edison, is that every other guy I've talked to trying to start a business, whether it's a mechanic shop, a welding shop, any kind of industrial shop, we can't afford to buy the land because we're competing against investors who are buying the land just because they're saying the price is going up. And what you have is one investor buying a piece of land, then only just selling it to the next investor for a higher land price, who then sells it to the next investor, and businesses aren't buying the land. Like this land has been sitting vacant in Merritt for 15 years. 15 years. This industrial land is sitting vacant as investors buy it out. That's not helping anybody. That's not creating jobs. And that's damn well making it hard for us to compete with the States. Like if I wasn't such a proud Canadian and I didn't like British Columbia so much, I would go to the States, hands down.
Well, Chace, thank you for sharing that. You're the man. First of all, thank you for bringing this wild government grant process to light. I wish you and Edison Motors all the best of success, and I certainly hope that you remain right here in British Columbia. So thank you so much for your time tonight.
Thanks. We're going to try everything we can to try and stay in BC.
Folks, that was Chace Barber of Edison Motors. Aside from being a BC clean tech innovator, Edison Motors has an awesome TikTok account. You can also find them on Instagram and Facebook as well, showcasing some of their innovative work right here in BC. Give them a follow. Now, after some business, we'll talk to a guy who has been picking up garbage in public spaces throughout his community every day for years. That's up next.